Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is a scene for the werewolf venue, a living world of darkness by night. And today, in this episode of Werewolf, Victoria is feeling very ill, very uncomfortable, very down with the sickness, as it were. And she's starting to get scared. She's nervous, hyperventilating, angry even, as the she's not quite sure what was wrong. She's been sick for a few days and it's starting to bother her. She assumed it was just the flu. Guru gets sick. It's nothing normal. You shrug it off after a few days, but her symptoms aren't getting better. They're getting worse. They're getting more. They're persisting. And she's running out of options. Because someone who follows strongly and adherently to the litany, you shall not bear individuals who have come down with the sickness, they must be killed. Paraphrase. And one of the best theurges in the Sept of the Green is chases the storm. So he is going to be who she seeks out as Victoria makes her trek to see him. Sorry. Excuse me.
Chases the Storm is usually in one of his three main places of residence. That is either at the heart of the Sept in the Umbra, the Fianna Castle, or his small private hut or shack.
Good evening.
We'll
Uh,
assume we'll assume that she found him within the heart of the cairn.
Fair enough. Uh, he should make a perception primal urge to see if he smells this small bit of worm taint on her. Or sense worm, whichever you have.
Nap.
Well,
Chases does not. He is
fair enough.
napping. He is napping after infusing the wards.
Alright, she's going to approach him. Good evening.
His large lupine head raises with his eyes not opening.
I have a problem.
By the voice, I can tell that it's Victoria. However, usually you don't come to me with your problems. What's going on? As he opens his eyes and he sits up and he looks at you.
She will get down low, cross her legs. She'll sneeze. I've been sick for the past 6 days. And I show no signs of getting better.
What kind of sickness afflicts you, girl?
I'm sweating. I'm nauseous, and as there's this odd smell.
What kind of odd smell are you talking about?
It smells a little wormish. As she kind of puts her hands in her palms, she looks visibly scared as she knows what's coming next. I wanted to come to you to let you know, just in case, what needs to be done for the litany can be done. I don't want what I have, since I don't know what I have, to infect anyone else. Do you know what's wrong? Can you find out what's wrong with me?
Chases a storm. Will get up.
He'll shake himself.
And he will pace around Victoria. As he does, he will will sort of grunt to himself. Accessing scent of the worm.
You start to smell it.
You know, when was the last time that you left the sept into the city?
I've never left the set. I can't leave the set.
When was the last time that you were cleansed?
She'll think. Last lunar cycle? There. She looks a little confused. What do you think it could be?
Well, there's no one here but me and the totems of this sept. Were you cleansed before or after the rumors started floating around the sept of you and that strider?
She raises an eyebrow. After. Nothing happened. She will. A few nights ago, I smelled something by my bed where I slept. It was a weird scent. It smelled it smelled vaguely of Strider, very strongly. And I think that
How
no, I'm
does
absolutely sure that Xavier had something to do with it.
how does something smell vaguely of Strider very strongly?
She rubs her head. I didn't want to think that anyone would do something like that. A Strider, that is.
Hmm. Show me to where you sleep.
She'll get up from her perch and she'll take you to where she slept.
Be right back. Sorry.
No problem. As Victoria leads him towards the place where she sleeps, she thinks to herself, remembering the things that she's done, remembering the things that others may have said, and there begins to see a very palpable anger, an anger that is coursing through her. If he did this, she is going to make him pay. If this has something to do with that vile, wretched person, she is going to make him pay. As she mumbles to herself, getting slightly more irritated that someone could do something so dumb and stupid, making her rounds towards the Shadow Lord part of the sept. In her secluded spot, she will show it to Chases the Storm.
Chases a storm. Will pad around the room. He'll walk over to the bed. Nose rifling through blankets and pillows.
Yep, that it. Yeah, there's something there.
Mm. Chases a storm will look to Victoria and then look to the bed, and he will start growling. When he growls, he will speak, expending a point of willpower. The spirit that has been attached to this place, reveal yourself. he says as he commands it to come forward.
Once you do that, a bane will appear.
Disease bane.
Yes.
Small, but enough to cause physical damage appears. He will study it for a moment. Chases the storm, will spend another 2 points of willpower within the conversation that is growling and in spirit speech. Until finally, the large wolf will harumph. And the bane will go away. I cannot banish the spirit from you, as its purpose has already been fulfilled. You're infected. Don't know what with. Don't know why. I don't really care to know why. However, what I do care about is how I'm gonna fix you and those you come in contact with.
I came in contact with quite a few kinfolk. I don't know. She stops, looking absolutely mortified. How many of them? Or how fast?
Legends give me patience. Follow me.
She follows you.
As he leads her up into, funnily enough, the Bone Knot part of the sept. Far into it. Farther away than any of the cardboard shacks and cardboard palaces that make up its area, to a little plywood and sheet metal shack that has a deer skin over the door. He will pass through the deer skin. And after a moment, he will call out to Victoria, "Come in."
She goes in.
When she goes in, she sees Chases balanced perfectly within a hammock that is off in one corner of the wall, sitting in Hamid form. I know a way to heal you, and I have the means to do it. However, it's quite possible that the kin and the other Karoo that you come in contact to will start developing the same symptoms as you. And the way to heal you ain't pretty. It's not clean. And it's sure, for Gaia's sake, ain't safe.
I'll grit and bear it.
Give me a moment. And you see Chases a Storm go over to the corner of the room. He puts on a pot of water in the little side fireplace. He starts pulling off dried herbs that he has hanging over the fireplace. Licorice root, sage, thyme. And then he reaches into a little pouch. And if Victoria wants to roll Primal Urge Perception, she can. She definitely feels the activation of a fetish. As Chases the Storm reaches into this pouch, and his arm goes much deeper than it should be able to go.
Mm-hmm.
As he pulls out a shining white, almost in the Tellurian realm, bioluminescent mushroom. These mushrooms only grow in the Umbra, in the deep Umbra. Where Luna's light is rare to go. And the trees that grow there welcome her light. And among their roots grow these. They're one of the only ways that I know how to banish a bane sickness such as this.
I'll do what I have to do for Gaia. So do I just eat it?
No. As he crushes the mushroom, and some light seems to shine from his fingers, and he rubs his hands together momentarily. And when he puts his hand over the kettle that is now at a rolling boil, you can see what looks like bright white sand falling into the kettle. It shines momentarily, but then it goes dark, almost a vile purple. This is enough for you, For the next 3 days, you'll drink nothing but this. No
She'll not.
food, no water. This will purge the bane sickness from you. But it won't be pleasant. Not only will it taste bad, but to get rid of a sickness such as this, one must re-experience the greatest pains in their life.
She'll nod and take some of this vile, viscous potion brew stuff, and I'm gonna roll her willpower to see if she's able to stomach it. See what happens. She stomachs it.
Mm-hmm.
You see Victoria grimace as she starts coughing violently, gripping her sides, feeling her bowels contract. And she starts coughing hard and feeling the constriction around her body. Starts whimpering like a child as she starts holding her body, shaking violently.
You have a choice, Victoria. You can stay here, and I can put you in much the same sleep as I put Mother Larissa in. Or you can grin and bear it for the next 72 hours.
She looks at you, punching the ground, defiant in her eyes as she looks. I'll bear it.
Then
I'm not
go.
infirmed. As she starts holding her body again, feeling the pain rack her again.
Not infirm. Sometimes I think that our greatest sickness is our pride. All right, go on.
As you wish.
I'll be having a talk with Xavier and how he chooses to deal with spirits. And it won't be a pleasant one.
I'm going to send a message to Olaf as she grips herself in her stomach, and another one to Morning Coat. She'll gasp again. Xavier is a plague bearer.
We're
How
not
many of us
sure.
would have
We're
How
not
many of us would
sure.
have died?
We are not
They
sure
still.
of that just yet.
How many people have I touched? How many have I counseled? I have no idea. As she starts gripping herself again, feeling the pain wrap through her.
I will have a talk with Xavier. And I will bring his elder with me when I have this talk. I know not enough about the Striders to help you make a decision on this matter. But accusing someone of something worthy of death requires investigation.
She remains silent. She begins hitting the ground, trying to brace herself with the racks of pain. Sweat is dripping from her brow. She is clearly broken into a cold sweat. As you say. And with that, Victoria will hold out her hand, and the crow will land, and she will begin whispering in its ear, and then it will fly off. A message being sent to her packmates, asking them to guard her tonight. And with that, we will turn to Chasers to see what else he's going to do. As Victoria sits in the middle of the hut, clenching her body and refusing to look weak.
Chases a Storm will look at her. His head will tilt in lupine fashion, even in his helmet form. For tonight, this hut is safe. No one may enter it without my permission. Try to get some rest. As he looks over to the hammock, I have a howl to make.
She'll do so.
With that, Chases his Storm will meld into his breed form, and he will pad out of the hut. And go over to the side of the house where a small mirror is mounted. And he will take his time shifting into the Umbra.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will, unless Rob wants to make the howl now and sing.
Nope, I will make it an announcement on the set page.
Fair enough. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will end our scene. Thank you, viewers, for watching. Thank you, STs, for being dickbags. This has been a scene for Werewolf. Sayonara.